Alright, here we have Underland, being played on Nintendo Switch. Review courtesy of Cubite. So we've got options, we've got the volume, and that's really it for this. We're going to start. Okay, so this is a puzzle game.
The astronauts who set out in search of a new habitable planet have just returned from their failed mission. However, the Earth's surface is no longer habitable, and they discover that the remaining population now lives underground. The supposed way there is buried, and the only alternative is to dig into the underground city.
Alright, so it's kind of just the gist of the game, the story here. So you play as, you control two astronauts, and you have to get them to the elevator to go lower and lower and lower. And this reminds me of really a cross between like Lemmings and another game that used to be actually on the PlayStation Vita, I believe, called Puddle, where you controlled liquid, trying to get it from one place to another. I mean, you don't actually control liquid, but you do use this drilling machine to, and I already screwed that up. I'm going to go ahead and retry. You use this drilling machine to control where the flow of liquid goes so that you don't kill your astronauts. So you have the L and R buttons to switch between the astronauts and the tools available to you. And then you use left analog stick to control the items. So right now I'm digging a hole down to the elevator. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and push him over here. If the astronaut touches this drilling machine, the astronaut dies. So that's why I'm pushing over there as far as I can. Some stages or levels or puzzles, whatever you want to refer to them as, require one astronaut to be taken to the elevator. Some require both of them. It just kind of depends on the puzzle. The puzzles do get more difficult as time goes on. And so we're going to get this liquid down here. Now it's important to understand that this drilling machine can only work so long as it has earth to so long that so long that it's touching the ground. If you screw up and you end up like trying to, let's say you open up a hole and you end up like, for instance, like out here, it can't move up. See, I can't move up. It's because it has nowhere to go. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and just dig this down. So what I like to do with this is go down to about here, and then I like to move the digger guy over here with this puzzle, because you can take these TNT cards here and then you put them down here and you can detonate them with B. And then even that's all you need, that one car, technically. There we go. Beat the level. Level 4 completed. So, would I recommend this game? Yeah, I definitely would. I think it's a decent game. Definitely a fun game for those that like Lemmings or like games like Puddle and Sink or Swim. games like that. This game's pretty fun. So in this puzzle here, you have to control a hatch and a pipe. And that might have been too much. That pipe sucks, like you can see, that sucks that green slime into that hole, or wherever it happens to be positioned. And I like how each stage gradually implements a new element. I think it's kind of neat. It doesn't throw everything at you at once. So I do applaud Mini Cactus Games for that aspect. I think it's a really nice thing to have in a game like this. Doesn't just throw you in there and say, "Hey, here, play our game, figure it out." All right, so this one's a little bit trickier. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a hole here. I'm gonna go down. Nope, I think I screwed that up too much. I think that hole's too big. So I'm gonna hit the plus button. I'm gonna hit retry. And I'm gonna cycle over using the L and R buttons. I'm gonna cycle over to the little driller guy. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go down and go at an angle. So down and at an angle. And that actually might even be too steep. I won't know until I actually go and try to do this. So I'm gonna dig all the way down. My only complaint really with this game is the fact that you can't make the you can't make the driller go any faster. There's no turbo button. Oh man. That's all I wanted to do either. Uh-oh. Now you can use the TNT trucks to push the liquid like I did, but you gotta be fast, because if the liquid stays on the truck too long, it'll explode. And if the truck explodes too close to astronauts, the astronauts will die. So it is a handy feature to have, but it also can be dangerous. And you can jump with the B button, which is handy. And sometimes a necessity with this game. Alright, another level down. We're on to level 7. Alright, so I've been averaging about a minute per level, which is pretty good. Okay, so this one's gonna be, we're gonna jump the cars and then that's all the liquid goes down without making the hole too large to the point where the astronaut will die. And it looks like we did it. So now we gotta put these gates up here. Okay, and then put this one up. And then we gotta at least get one astronaut over there. Level 7 down. So I thought this level was kind of cool. So you're going to take the driller guy and you're going to dig underneath your astronauts. And you got to be careful because as you can see, the detection box around the driller guy is a little bit bigger than the blade. Okay, and now it's important to note that with this second pipe, the second pipe car doesn't do anything. So we get out of the way because it's just going to get in the way. Okay, I like to move the first pipe up just so that it maximizes the ability for this car to get all the liquid. And then I'm going to push this car out of the way. And then I'm going to get at least one astronaut up there. another stage down. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so this will be the last puzzle, last stage I'll show you guys. So I'm going to move the car. And this one's pretty easy. So you got to take the car number 2, move it back here. And then you got to take both astronauts. So what I like to do is, oops, there we go. I like to get both astronauts outside the door. And then car number 2 positioned right about, well, we'll actually make them all go all the way back if we can. Nope, that's good enough. Okay, we're going to move this down. Alright, so then that makes a seal. And now what we're going to do is just be in a safe, that should be good. Alright, so we let the liquid out. And then you use this car to suck it all up. And then you're going to take the astronauts down. Oh. I like the little squeaks that they make. It's kind of cool. Kind of funny. I know it's supposed to be radio squelches, but it's still kind of funny. Okay. So 1 astronaut. 2 astronauts. Alrighty, well, I thank Cubite Games for the view opportunity. This game's pretty fun. Definitely one I'd recommend for puzzle fans. Again, if you're a fan of Lemmings, Puddle, Sink or Swim, I think this game's definitely for you. It's not too expensive, and it's a lot of fun. So, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for subscribing. As always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.